Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology to explore the intricacies of the human mind. Today, we're going to talk about schema theory, a concept that helps us understand how our minds organize and make sense of the world. Schema theory, in simple terms, refers to the mental frameworks or patterns that we use to interpret and categorize information. These schemas are like mental shortcuts that help us navigate the complex world around us, making it easier to process and retain information. But where did this concept come from? The idea of schema theory emerged in the early 20th century with the work of psychologist Frederick Bartlett. He proposed that our memories are not just a collection of individual events, but are organized into schemas or frameworks that help us make sense of the world. Later, psychologists like Jean Piaget and Ulrich Neisser built upon this idea, developing it further. One key aspect of schema theory is its relationship to cognitive biases. Our schemas can sometimes lead to errors in thinking, such as confirmation bias, where we tend to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs rather than challenging them. For example, if you have a schema that all politicians are corrupt, you might be more likely to notice and remember news stories that support this view while ignoring those that contradict it. Schema theory is closely related to other psychological concepts like cognitive dissonance and self-perception theory. Cognitive dissonance refers to the discomfort we feel when our actions or behaviors conflict with our schemas or beliefs. Self-perception theory suggests that we tend to develop our attitudes and beliefs based on our observations of our own behavior. Research has shown that schema theory plays a significant role in many areas of psychology, including social psychology, cognitive psychology, and clinical psychology. For instance, studies have found that people's schemas about themselves can influence their self-esteem, motivation, and overall well-being. A classic study by psychologist Claude Steele demonstrated how stereotypes can affect our performance and behavior through a phenomenon known as stereotype threat. When individuals are reminded of negative stereotypes about their group, it can activate their schema related to that stereotype, leading to anxiety and decreased performance. More recent research has applied schema theory to real-world problems like mental health disorders. Cognitive behavioral therapy often involves identifying and challenging negative schemas that contribute to conditions such as depression and anxiety. By becoming aware of these maladaptive schemas and learning to reframe them in a more balanced way, individuals can reduce symptoms and improve their mental health. So, how can understanding schema theory help you in your everyday life? Recognizing your own schemas can help you communicate more effectively with others, challenge biases, and make better decisions. For example, if you're aware of your schema about a particular group of people, you can take steps to challenge those biases and develop a more nuanced understanding. Consider a scenario where you're interacting with someone from a different cultural background. Your schema about their culture might influence how you perceive and respond to them. By acknowledging and challenging your own biases and assumptions, you can develop a more empathetic and open-minded approach to the interaction. In therapeutic settings, schema theory is often used to help clients identify and challenge negative thought patterns. For instance, a client with a schema that "I'm not good enough" might be encouraged to explore the origins of this belief and challenge it by gathering evidence to the contrary. By modifying their maladaptive schemas, individuals can develop more adaptive ways of thinking and improve their mental health. In conclusion, schema theory offers a powerful framework for understanding how our minds organize and make sense of the world. By recognizing the influence of our schemas on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we can take steps to update and refine them, leading to greater self-awareness, emotional regulation, and more effective communication. As you reflect on your own schemas, remember that they're not set in stone. With practice and patience, you can develop a more nuanced understanding of yourself and the world around you. So, the next time you find yourself reacting to a situation or person, take a moment to consider the schemas that might be driving your thoughts and feelings. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.